first introduction to video can often be a surprise. It's different, it's part of our world now, but there's often a sense that you're being judged. And I would reassure any candidate taking a video interview, first of all, that the purpose is actually very genuine. When we work with recruiters, their aspiration is to see a candidate's character fit and the attributes, the culture fit that makes them right for that firm. So the real value is that beyond a CV that's really a dossier of your past experience, and a student doesn't necessarily have a huge range of experience at that point, it allows a candidate to demonstrate why they would culturally fit that business. And also show their technical capability, their interest in the subject matter, allows them to come alive far more than a written document. I think the challenge is an interesting one, that sometimes candidates believe that to ace at a video interview they have to perform. And actually, that's very rarely the case. Yes, if it's a sales role, then a business wants to see somebody be able to articulate and communicate in a really compelling way. But often, recruiters are looking for something that's far more genuine, a technical role that doesn't need an IT professional to be able to perform on stage, actually does need them to be able to communicate their programming language to a project team in a very clear and concise way. And video allows you to do that. So I think to answer your question, then the perception is sometimes that video is used to present a performance, and actually this isn't a typical sell. This is just about showing how genuine you are and what motivates you to work for that firm. So don't overperform would be my advice. Top performing candidates are those that have prepared, have thought about their own brand, actually, have thought about how they present themselves. And beyond just video, really it's about their presence in a face-to-face meeting and once they start with that firm. So first of all, thinking about how they look, how they sound, but also how prepared they are and how clear, concise and articulate they are about their subject matter. Being able to demonstrate their motivation for a job from the business's perspective as well as their own is really important. So how they explain their motivation for that job rather than it simply being just another job. How they show that level of passion and enthusiasm. That's really what we see. They're speaking from the heart rather than speaking from a script. What we've seen more recently is that graduates through websites like Glassdoor start to learn about hiring processes and prepare for assessments in almost as structured a way as when they take an exam, when really, if they're being genuine and true to themselves, they don't need to over-prepare. So those that really ace are the ones that don't over-prepare, which might seem a contradiction of terms. So think about the value you can add to a business and think about ways of articulating that clearly and concisely. I think some of the pitfalls that can easily be remedied with video interviewing are, as I said before, candidates overperforming, candidates believing that the way to sell themselves is to sell what they want out of an interview or out of a job and not consider that actually it's got to be balanced and it's really got to be about adding value to the firm and in return the firm then adding value to their lives. So being a little bit too inwardly focused. I think the other real pitfall that we see is that candidates don't always articulate clearly enough, using colloquial language. Actually think about communicating in a business context, just as you would if you were face-to-face. But what we're seeing to remedy that is that, especially with video, it becomes even more realistic. So the question is asked on video, they would see you asking the question, which means that candidates can mirror and match behaviour, and that's top priority.